Welcome back to Field Ops with Friends, where we are continuing our playthrough of Advance Wars, which, for those of you that didn't watch the first one or two or three, I don't actually know what episode we're on. It's been a while since we sat down to record this stuff. This is a turn-based strategy game for the Game Boy Advance?
Yes.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance. See, I totally know what I'm talking about. And all the episodes up to this point, which I think it was 2, but it could be 3, it might be 1, I don't know. We were working on the fucking tutorial, and guess what? We still are. So, as we were setting this up, it turns out that this game likes Nightman and doesn't like me. So my controller doesn't work, but Nightman somehow does. So, so Nightman's gonna have the controls today. So, you just do whatever you want. I'll sit here and play with my sticky notes. So everything's fine.
Yeah. Well, we're going back to more indirect combat units in this one, and, well, Furious drop the ball, fighters and bombers, we don't. Missiles, experimental, and rockets. And Vel, that's right, our name is Vel.
Oh, yeah, I totally remember that.
Enemy unit always has spare units, I apologize, time to move out.
Everything's gonna be fine. So, it said experimental rockets. Is it being experimental relevant in any way?
No, that's just flavor.
Okay.
Assembled pretty well balanced army. They have bombers. They actually have ammo and fuel this time. Last time they didn't. You don't take them out.
It's such a dumbass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god! I remember how stupid he was. I forgot about that. It's so good.
Yeah.
Molasses, show his shit crashing into the sea again because he's a dumbass.
Mayday! Mayday! We're going down!
Perfect. Anyway.
So they're across the sea, you can't easily attack them. So where missiles come in handy. They're indirect combat units that only target air units.
Okay.
3 to 5 spaces is their range.
Does it have that like cone around it where it can't hit something that's like right beside it?
Correct. 3 is the minimum range. And they just blow this shit up.
Holy shit.
Goodbye. No.
That's wild.
Don't even take out bombers. Since they don't engage directly like anti-air units, they don't take damage. However, they can't fire right after moving. Main focus is draw units within their attack range. It's smart to use them in conjunction with anti-airs. Now we'll test the rockets. Test is a strong word. Rockets are basically powered up artillery. They have the same attack range as missiles, 3 to 5 spaces.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So you would obviously go for the mid-tanks because they're more dangerous.
Yep.
And since rockets are indirect, they don't get to fire back, so it's just free damage.
Yep.
Cool.
Don't do as much damage as missiles, but it's not too shabby. Greatest advantage of direct units, they don't take damage. But as with artillery, they take heavy damage for direct attacks, so you have to protect them. Bless you, Han.
Molasses, please put a graphic on the screen of a sneeze. I don't give a shit how you do it. Have fun. Perfect.
When we're thinking about missiles and rockets, the movement is classified as tire movement. This is similar to tread movement, but the difference is clear on flat terrain. Select terrain, you press the R for more details. Leave the rest up to you. No advice, thanks.
Well done. I don't need to
Don't
tell
need
you
to tell you
anything.
anything more. 10 days is a good benchmark, but if you're really good, you can do it in 5.
Can you do
Good
it
luck.
in 5?
We'll see.
Okay.
So, just to kind of illustrate... Oh. There we go. This wasn't mapped the way I thought it was for the R button. My bad. But yeah, you'll notice the only type of movement that takes more than 1 space to move on planes is tires, which take 2.
Interesting. Okay. So, so I have to ask the obvious question, right? So is the difference between missiles and rockets really only whether it can hit something on the ground or something in the air?
Yeah, basically.
And missiles seem to be a little stronger, too.
Missiles do more damage, and they can only hit copters and planes, as shown there. Rockets, on the other hand, can fire on fucking everything else.
I see. So not just land, but also sea.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. Rockets are consequently more expensive. They cost 15,000. Missiles cost 12.
I see. But they're both still pretty expensive, all things considered.
Yeah. For reference, a basic tank is 8,000, and a battlecopter is 9,000.
I see.
Bombers are 22,000.
Yeah, they're strong as shit. They just have that vulnerability of missiles ruining their entire day.
Yeah, and that's basically the only thing that does that in fighters. So, first things first.
Oh my god!
That's the horrible death radius there. So we need to make sure that it can't get into the missiles. So
Are copters effective against bombers at all?
can't attack them, but
Oh.
bombers can't attack the copter either.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
kind of neutral.
Interesting. They just tolerate each other.
Yeah, it's like I see you there.
It's like my
So
cats.
I'm gonna put that here.
So I know this has nothing to do with anything, but I just got to bring it up. So I just tried that Mountain Dew, that pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this slight undertone of Dimetap.
Oh no.
Yeah.
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 It was originally grape flavor, so I'm not too surprised.
Yeah. Mountain Dew with a blast of dark citrus punch flavor. Okay, what does that mean? Grape is not citrus, so like, Mountain Dew, please.
Oh.
But it's not bad. It's just me and Dimetap don't get along.
Yeah. Same. That's about all I have to say there. Is
Yeah.
fucking same.
Yeah, Dimetap's so gross. Oh man, there was a medicine that anytime you would get it, it was delicious. I'm trying to think. Motrin, maybe? Like the orange shit? I always loved the taste of that. Of course, that was 25 years ago. Yeah, I think so. Molasses, fact check that. No, Molasses, don't fact check that. You got enough to do. I'll fact check that while Nightman moves his pieces around. Hang on. Motrin.
I'm trying to decide if that's what I want to leave things. I think that'll do.
Liquid.
So the most important thing is making sure they can't get in on our fucking missiles.
It's both.
Oh, okay.
They've got
Yeah,
pills
that'll do
and
it.
they've got like a liquid. Well, the liquid is what I was thinking. It was like an orange. It was almost syrupy, but it was like really sweet, and I remember always really liking the taste of it. There's also that medicine that tastes like bubble gum. It might have been amoxicillin, actually.
Are you sure it's not Pepto-Bismol?
I'm 100% sure it's not Pepto-Bismol. Uh-oh.
Okay. Because I just think of that as being pink as shit, and therefore I think bubblegum.
It's very pink. I don't think I've ever actually had it. Like, it's for like
I
upset
have-
stomachs, right?
Yeah, that whole upset stomach diarrhea.
Diarrhea,
Yay,
yeah.
Pepto-Bismol. Yeah.
I never tried it because it looked like it would taste chalky.
Let's
And
get
so
rid of
it's
that
just like,
fucking bomber.
Damn. The fact that can one-shot those is so wild. You said they cost, what, 22,000, the bombers?
Yep.
The fact that you can just ruin their day with one shot is so wild to me.
Speaking of ruining their day,
That's just fantastic. Oh, no. Oh, no.
you mean oh yes?
Oh, yes. Poor, what's his name, Olaf?
Yeah, that's his name.
I just gotta remember the dude from Frozen. It's fine. Oh, wait. That one can move and shoot in a sec. See, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's a direct combat unit, not ranged.
Despite the fact that it's anti-air, right?
Mm-hmm. Anti-air and anti-infantry. The ranged one is the missiles.
And that's the only range? Well, wait, hang on. What's that?
It's the only ranged anti-air.
And that was artillery, which is different from anti-air. Huh. This is why we shouldn't take so many breaks between recording sessions. I forget everything.
It's cool. There won't be another long one like that.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's been, what, like a month since we recorded stuff? Because I've just been busy with other stuff. And,
Yeah, I think that's about right. I don't think it can get here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it moving 6 or 7? If it's 6, that's safe. 6. Yep, we're good. So we're gonna
you
chill over
doing
here.
math. Psh.
So I think I'm probably gonna end up doing this in like 7 turns.
I mean,
because I went for like killing the tank up here instead of calling that expendable. Because what I could have done is I could have like taken down this tank here, set my transport copter up over here, and dropped the mech on the base.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's how you go for the 2-turn, is try and like zone that whole thing out.
Makes
Or
sense.
actually, the quote unquote correct way to do that is probably to finish off this medium tank and drop it over here where the tank can't reach it at all. Ideally. Because like you put the transport copter right here and drop the mech right there, and the tank literally can't get to it, and then you can just blow it up the next turn with the rockets.
Wow.
So I think that's
seems like some
probably
high-level play, to be honest.
Yeah, that's probably the quote-unquote solution to the puzzle. Gave him a no-win scenario, so he's going to do what he can with the tanks, but we're just going to clap him back with that artillery in a second.
Clap him back. Uh-oh.
Oh no, my rockets! I don't care
fine.
about them anymore.
It's fine. Everything's fine. So now, question: you put troops in that transport copter,
Yeah,
and then the transport copter took damage, but the troops inside are still at full health. Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
As long as the transport copter doesn't blow up,
In
then
which case, it
it's
kills
all
the troops
good.
instantly inside.
Yep, they just drop off the face of the earth.
Kind of like Olaf's fighters. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
He's such a dumbass. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because like you need a tutorial against an enemy that doesn't really know what they're doing. Because if they did, they'd wreck your shit.
Yeah, since they have better shit than you.
Yeah.
Showing you that, hey, strategy matters, guys.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, strategy matters. So here's the CO whose special power is fucking luck.
Yeah, there's a reason they don't give you her CO power or any of that information.
Yeah, I bet. But honestly, once again, like that's a good idea for a tutorial, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I dig it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the kill everything victory.
Hell yeah. Blow it up. I imagine those are significantly harder to pull off whenever the enemies have like a base where they can spawn more shit.
Yeah, at that point you pretty much have to block their supply lines.
Or just go for the HQ capture.
Mm-hmm. Don't mind me. You saw nothing.
Wait, you got lag?
Definitely wasn't a lag spike.
Uh-huh. I'm terrified to even know like how bad the lag would be sometimes. So, again, this is completely unrelated to what's going on, but I had mentioned to Nightman before we started recording that I had recorded some stuff with Tractor. You may have seen an episode of that by now, maybe, but Tractor and I are doing Black Mesa, which is the Half-Life remake. And while we were recording, I record in a significantly higher bit rate than I stream because I can, right? Like, the recording can handle it, whereas like streaming, it would like mess up the people watching because they wouldn't be able to process that much data. So I can afford to mess with a higher bit rate when I'm recording. When we were playing Black Mesa, my CPU usage went to like 45%, whereas when I stream, it usually doesn't go above like 15 or 18%. And I'm looking over at our stuff right now because this game is very simple and doesn't have a whole lot of moving parts. My CPU usage is 5%. So it's almost 50% for Black Mesa and then like 5% for this game.
The power of retro.
It's so good.
Don't have to have no fancy graphics to have a good game.
It's true. And I actually think that it's a stylistic choice.
Yeah.
Because we have the technology to make pretty much anything as far as like realism goes. But a lot of games still choose for that retro look because it appeals to a lot of people, you know? Mm-hmm. I think it's neat.
I agree.
I think your chopper about to eat shit.
Yeah,
I
it
said
won't die.
chopper. What am I doing? Copter or chopper? God.
I mean, I know exactly what that feels like. I splice words all the fucking time.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
I don't think I had a single unit actually die aside from the infantry that got bombed.
That sounds right.
Feel pretty good about that.
Uh-uh.
We got the 5-day victory after all. Hell yeah.
That's fantastic. And so the point of this was to teach you about air defense, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Air defense, and more specifically, like the value that those indirect combat units can have. Because if you move all your shit around and let him get in, you will eat shit on this mission. Like, you didn't see it happen here, but if I'd moved that battlecopter on turn 1 and opened up the rockets to get bombed, this is so much fucking harder.
I bet. I never had a chance this time.
No! Con!
Oh my god. So, a lot of people reference that, the con, but like so few people have actually seen the movie that it comes from. And let me tell you something. I watched that movie for the first time like probably 7 years ago, and it blew my mind that the guy that plays Khan is I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but anyway, I had first seen that guy in Spy Kids 2. He plays the grandpa.
Oh my goodness, really? That's insane.
It's so cool. I was like, I know him! Because I loved Spy Kids, because of course I did.
Yeah, honestly, Spy Kids was entertaining.
Yeah.
It had some very secondhand embarrassment moments, we'll say.
Yeah.
But like overall, they're very enjoyable as long as you like don't try to take it too seriously.
Yeah. And, this wouldn't be much of a surprise to you for me to tell you, but the soundtrack for the first Spy Kids movie is really good. It was written by Danny Elfman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah!
No wonder it's good.
So it's so good. I'm gonna, after we finish our recording session, I'm gonna send you, like, my favorite song from that movie.
Sounds good. So this time, we actually have our own fucking air units.
Hey, yo! So you're gonna wreck shit. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, this is basically just like, hey, see how fast you can blow up all their shit.
So, here's a question. Can a bomber attack a bomber?
No.
Okay.
Bombers can only attack things that are on the ground.
Does that include things that are in the water?
Yes, it does.
Ah.
Alright, first things first.
100%. Oh my god. That's so crazy. You'd think these things would have flares, but... Well, I guess it would depend on whether it's laser-guided or heat-seeking. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize with, like, flares. Everybody just assumes, oh, if a thing's going after a thing in the air, just pop flares. That only matters if the missile is using heat-seeking targeting, because the flares are hot. So they get confused. Their targeting system gets confused, and instead targets the flares because the flares are hotter. But if it's laser-guided, it doesn't fucking matter. So it just makes me wonder if maybe, like, canonically the missile launchers that you have are laser-guided.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wouldn't have thought about that, but it kind of makes sense that you would.
Yeah, I'm a dork. Well, actually, you know what? I'd probably be able to tell you as soon as I see a missile go. If there's a dude standing there with, like, a targeting system, it's probably laser.
I don't think there is, but...
I think there is on the artillery, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
So if something like that was with the missile, then it would probably be laser-guided.
Get these fucking missiles out of here.
Hey, yo.
The only threat to my air units at this point, because I blew up both as fighters. And guess what? Copters can't hit fighters and bombers.
That's so wild. But I guess it makes sense from a speed perspective, right? Because bombers and fighters move way faster. Well, especially fighters. Bombers not quite so much, but,
The excuse that the game gives is actually altitude related. Their cruising altitude is too high for copters.
That kind of makes sense, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was satisfactory.
Yeah. It's not the best excuse, but they could have done a lot worse.
Yeah.
So,
So, I don't know if you saw that, but I'm pretty sure the damage percentage was 55%,
Yeah.
and it did 7 damage. You will only ever see that if you're playing Mel.
that's that luck kicking in.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Oh my god. 95, dude! Oh my god.
Get wrecked!
So when I had to, like, fact check myself before I looked like an idiot, right? So I went to Google and I typed in Spy Kids. And then I got as far as typing in SOU for soundtrack. And then, of course, like, it popped up and it was like, soundtrack album by Danny Elfman. I was like, cool, I'm right. But, like, the other recommended searches for Spy Kids SOU, right? So Spy Kids soundtrack, Spy Kids soundtrack, Spy Kids SOU. Is my Spy Kid friendly? How to spy my child phone. The most boomer fucking response I've ever seen. How to spy my child phone. My child phone. Oh my god. Well, you see, my BlackBerry had a baby, and so now I'm stuck with the child phone.
Oh, man.
So stupid. Anyway, you wrecked like half his army in one turn.
I found my landing forces. There's nothing for it. We'll have to make do with what we've got.
Yeah, okay, sure. I didn't even kill you. So I'm guessing if that was full strength, it would have annihilated your...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a cool concept to me with like how the damage is calculated in this game, where it's actually worth it to damage something without killing it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it makes sense if you think about it, right? Like 5 choppers. Oh, now it's down to 2. Yeah, 2 is going to do less damage than 5. It just makes sense. But the way they make it work with a number system is really interesting to me.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here! Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, fighters are pretty fucking scary, by the way.
So I'm noticing. Man, they just really set you up for victory here, don't they?
Oh yeah, they really do. Like, you could probably lose, but it would not be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, you'd have to try. Man, look at that.
Fighters have a movement range of 9, by the way. It's the highest of anything in the game.
That's insane. Also, I have to point out that I know it's supposed to be lipstick that Nell has there, but whenever she smiles, it looks disjointed, so it just looks like she's got Kool-Aid on her lips. See, look.
Yeah.
It's like she's smiling, but like the lipstick shifted down, so it's like on the bottom of her, like on her chin. It's so weird.
These poor guys getting carpet bombed.
Look! See what I mean? Like, she just ate some pie and didn't wipe. Like, God. I can't get over that. I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
She's fine. She's fine. And then... Molasses put a really low res, like, zoomed in version of her face. Like, right there. It's so good.
And now they have nothing but 2 transport copters.
Wow. Which can't fight back. And since they don't have any infantry, they're just pointless.
Yep.
And yet, technically, since they have stuff, they haven't lost yet. Even though they've totally lost.
Give it about 5 seconds here.
Oh, my God.
And this is what he could have been doing to us the whole time if he was competent with his units. Basically.
Can't wait till we get out of the tutorial and they actually start fucking us up. What? 3 days? That's incredible! You've developed your skills so much! Fuck, I'm an idiot!
Now I'm in trouble. Just wait until next time.
Oh yeah, because the 10th time's a charm, dipshit. Oh my God. Vool. What a name. Why did we go with Vool?
I don't know. You tell me, man.
Look,
You picked the name.
I don't know.
Now we have naval units in proper.
Ooh, okay.
2 units require air to be destroyed, a T-copter, and a lander.
I
Naval
see.
unit you haven't seen yet. Well, I mean, we haven't seen it, but, like, it's very, very simple.
Okay. So now I'm guessing since it says we have to save them, if they get blown up, we lose.
I mean, it will not make us lose by default, but the mission's going to be next to impossible if we lose the lander. Just because,
We
well,
can't get
you'll
our
see in a
people over
second.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Figured as much.
It's got 2 HP, cruiser kills copters, leave it there, leave destroyed immediately, get out of here, can you select it? So here's the other feature of cruisers.
Oh, so it's like a carrier.
Yep. Transport copters onto cruisers.
Does that
And battle
heal it?
copters. It does not. It does resupply ammunition and fuel.
Okay.
But they can only load copters.
Interesting.
Cruisers can only fire on air units and subs.
Now, specifically submarines, but not like battleships?
Correct.
That's strange.
Hang on. Did it tell me to go specifically there? It must have.
I guess we'll find out. Wow.
I actually tried to back out of it to check, and I can't. So I was wondering if that was in range of the rockets. It looks like it is, so that's not ideal, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, because the game wants you to. It's not going to put you in an unwinnable position, so...
Oh, right. I'm going to use the battleship for that. Never mind.
Cool. Okay, so now it says it can attack subs and it can attack air units. All air units?
Let me double check that as soon as it stops giving me only very specific things I can do.
Yeah.
By the way,
Wow.
indirect combat unit.
Wow. So that's like the rockets of the sea.
Yeah, except it has a minimum range of 2, like artillery, and a maximum range of 6, which is longer than anything else.
Wow.
Yeah,
But can't hit anything up close.
correct. And you can't do anything in melee. It is absolutely massive. We'll go on to why those things terrify me later.
Good.
Yeah. Let's see. Am I allowed to do this? There we go. Yes, all air units. I legitimately forget about that a lot. I don't see cruisers too much. There aren't a ton of naval maps in the game, and even when there are, it's not often that relevant. You're good.
Wonderful. In fact, let's take that second sneeze as a moment to move to the next episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait to blow this battleship up till next time.
Oh my god, you're gonna wait like a week before you can blow that up. We're just gonna sit here, make Olaf sit there for a week while we just contemplate blowing his shit up.
It's okay. We all know that nothing happens in video games until the protagonist advances time.
It's true. It's so true. Speaking of advancing time, watch this.